Welcome, beloveds, to my Capricorn season energy forecast. I'm Nyx, a guide, a channel, a mystical witness to the energies moving through our lives. Now, while many incredible readers focus on career, love, and money, my work lives a layer underneath that. I look at the energy beneath it all, the patterns, the timing, and the internal shifts that shape your choices. My focus isn't so much on forecasting events, but on reading the energetic landscape beneath them, the current influence in your decisions, your boundaries, and your sense of direction. So you're not just reacting to life, but consciously moving with it from a place of alignment, self-trust, and awareness instead of fear and anxiety. Now, how this reading flows is we start with the cosmic weather. Think the energetic atmosphere shaping the season between the planets and the zodiac season we're entering. Then we move into the energetic report where the cards reveal the current underneath our lived experiences. From there, we're going to receive some guidance on how to walk this path with clarity, alignment, and grounded intention. And then finally, we close with an affirmation to anchor in the medicine into our body and into our spirit. Now, just an FYI, I am not an astrologer. I simply honor the rhythm of the cosmos, the way it nudges us, challenges us, and mirrors the inner work we're already doing, whether we're getting started or we're knees deep in it, okay? So I will lightly be touching on the astrological influences as they do support the message ahead. Now, just a quick note to protect your energy and mine. If you ever feel called to work with me, whether it's in a group space or one-on-one, awesome, but please connect with me through my website. I will never DM you to offer you a service or to deliver a special message, okay? So if someone does reach out to you pretending to be me, it isn't me. Stay vigilant, stay grounded, stay discerning. Now, let's take a breath, let our body soften, and let's settle into the energy for a moment while I prepare to open up the pathway between myself and the powers that be. Now, as we step into Capricorn's domain, I call forward the energy of clarity, structure, and inner authority. Let your mind quiet, your heart open, and your spirit lean into the grounded wisdom that comes with this season. Let this moment guide you towards responsibility that feels like freedom and ambition that feels like purpose. May every word shared here land in truth. May every insight illuminate what is ready to grow and what is ready to be released. May your spirit feel held, guided, and anchored in your own wisdom. I open this reading with gratitude for this season, for its lessons, the strength rising beneath our feet. You are safe to receive. You are safe to be guided. You are safe to step into this next chapter with grounded power. Now let's dive in to the weather report. Just pull up my notes here. Alrighty, so let's dive into this energetic weather report. So Capricorn season arrives with this clean, no nonsense frequency, not to punish, but to offer clarity. This season is where intentions root in the bones and dreams harden into plans. However, we are being asked to slow down just enough so that we can hear and see the truth beneath our own ambitions. See, Capricorn isn't here to rush you, but it is here to mature you, to call your spirit into deeper integrity with what you claim you want. Now, the closing out of 2025 and the opening of 2026, Capricorn does step in with a very specific agenda. Don't just dream it, build it. Don't just want it, become it. However, before we fully step into Capricorn's domain, we do pass through the new moon on the 19th of December. This is like the spark of Sagittarius's fire and Capricorn's structure, okay? Think of this new moon's placement just before Capricorn season as the ignition before the initiation. Sorry, I was about to get those words completely crossed. Now, this new moon is not landing softly. It's not here to soothe us. It's not here to coddle us. Think of it as the universe flipping the breaker switch back on, offering us a flash of a direction that we may want to go through, while shining a light on a truth that you can't pretend you don't see anymore, okay? This new moon coming in comes with a rush of clarity, a pull towards something long avoided, and a quiet yet unmistakable command: choose your path and then prepare to walk it. This is your alignment moment, whether you're coming into it actively or supporting the harmonizing of things going on in your life, right before you dust off your trusty hiking boots and take that sacred climb. And if you're feeling it, a nudge, a shift, something in your energy, your body, your emotions, your mindset, this I'm going to explain a little bit as to why you may be feeling that energy coming through. See, once we step into Capricorn's domain, the energy gets grounded, steady, and sobering, but in the best kind of way. Capricorn season wants movement, and the kind of movement it's looking for is intentional, embodied, sustainable. It's looking for movement that is aligned with your long-term self, not your temporary impulses, okay? The energy, it pulls down into the spine, into the center of gravity, into the parts of you that are ready to commit, know how to commit, and know how to commit to the follow through. Sorry, I'm parched. And if you're a Capricorn like myself, or if you have Capricorn in your chart, especially in your Mars or your Saturn, or if you're a Cap Stel, again, like myself, or you just so happen to be aligned with somebody who is Capricorn or has heavy Capricorn placements in their chart, then you're going to know this to be true. Capricorn does not rush. Capricorn does not beg. Capricorn does not compete. Capricorn decides. And once Capricorn decides, Capricorn moves quietly, consistently, and in such a way that Capricorn knows how things are going to end, even if Capricorn doesn't really know how things truly end. Maybe. Now, the overall theme for Capricorn season is alignment through self-accountability, okay? The season marks the moment where your healing, your habits, and your higher self are going to be having this kind of like three-way conversation. And some questions, if they haven't arisen, they will arise. And they may be something along the lines of, are you living like the person you claim you want to become? Are your boundaries as firm as your intentions? Are you structuring your energy the way your future needs you to? And or are your rituals supporting your evolution or draining it? See, Capricorn doesn't come in to shame you, but it will lovingly call you out with precision and with just about zero wiggle room. Because Capricorn season is a season where excuses dissolve, priorities sharpen, and shadow patterns become obvious. And with that clarity that comes through Capricorn season, you get to choose, will you keep aligning or working towards your alignment, or will you keep avoiding? Now, what we're being invited to do in Capricorn season is anchor our intentions into the body, okay? Speak your truth with less hesitation. Choose the long game. You know, as Cappies love taking the long road, even though we also like to cut corners. It's a little bit of an oxymoron. Honor your commitments to yourself, most importantly, and build what your spirit has been whispering to you for months, okay? Because Capricorn season is not a season of random leaps. It is a season of structured ascent. It's the kind of season that reshapes you from the inside out. Think of it as like the rebuild, the recalibration, the return to your inner authority, okay? Capricorn is the goat for a reason. The climb, that sacred climb, no peak is ever too high for a determined Cappy. So tap into the energy of Capricorn season, take advantage of it while we're in it, and take your sacred climb, okay? Now, before we dive into the cards, I kind of just want to speak quickly to the cosmic currents running and flowing through Capricorn season. Think of it as like the cosmic weather check, just so you can get your bearings. Now, we do have Mars, and Venus in Sun. We have Mars, Venus joining Sun in Capricorn. This is about energizing action, ambition, and grounded focus in love, work, and life priorities. We have Jupiter still retrograding in Cancer, And this asks us to reflect deeply on our emotional commitments, particularly in relationships with family, inviting us to check in with whether our structures align with our heart or not. We have Mars squaring Neptune. This can be a subtle watch your step or keep your eyes wide open. Now, earlier on in the season, clarity may waver, sorry. So take care with decisions. Not everything is as it seems, okay? And lastly, we have the full moon in Cancer, our sister sign. This is coming up on January the 3rd. Now, the full moon is the first full moon of 2026, and it illuminates home, family, and emotional rhythms, highlighting where we need to nurture and where we need to release. Now that we have a sense of the energy of the season and how the cosmos influence certain aspects, let's see what the cards have in store for us. Now, the cards will not tell you who to become, but they will highlight where you're aligned versus where you may be leaking, and where your soul is ready to step up into deeper responsibility and deeper liberation, okay? The astrology gives us the weather, always. The cards give us the clarity and the guidance, always. And our energies, mine, yours, the collective, will always give us the truth, okay? So, I'll be right back with the cards. All right, lovelies, before we dive in, as you can see, I've already pulled the cards to allow the energy to settle and come through clearly. So what we're going to do now is sit with them together and let the message unfold and tell us what is good in this divine hood for Capricorn season. All right, so let's start here. All right, so this card already shifts the energy in the room for me, and I would want you to notice what your body does when you see this too. Actually, as I share the cards with you, please feel free to pause the video and take in the imagery for yourself. And if you're comfortable, I would totally love if you could share with me in the comments what messages arise and move through you. I am always open to expanding my perspective, and honestly, you never know. What comes through you may offer guidance and support to another viewer on their journey as well. Alrighty, so feel free to do that. I would love it. Okay, so this card comes in with a gentle but undeniable nudge. It's giving me very much, hey love, you're not lost, but you might be feeling a little bit tangled up lately. The energy I'm connecting to is that of mental emancipation, breaking out of the old thought loops, the inherited thought patterns, the stories that were never really yours to carry, and choosing a deeper path or a deeper truth instead of accepting only the surface noise. The imagery that you see here tells like a whole story in itself, right? You've got the pink flowers that ground you in compassion and self-awareness. You have the purple flowers that ground you in that inner knowing of your own truth or just inner truth. You have the red flowers that awaken something in you. Fire, passion, drive, motivation. You have these concentric golden rings that look like they're spinning. Some of you may be in a busy state of mind where there's layers on layers, stories on stories, something to that degree, right? But somewhere behind the chaos, behind the noise, sits something still, intelligent and ancient that is gently unfolding or getting ready to unfold and come through. This is located in the part of your mind that isn't loud and holds a lot of wisdom. The part that isn't panicking, but it is quietly perceiving. It's like the part that isn't trying to figure things out because it already knows. It's either waiting to flow or it's slow pacing itself through the noise, through the chaos, through the distractions. Some of you are already feeling that kind of clarity forming and inner wisdom rising. And as you see down here, where there's like this digital apparition of a face, that's kind of like your reminder that you're both human and divine. Here to peel back the illusions, break the mold, and see beyond the programming you were raised inside of and what you had adhered to throughout your life's journey thus far. The card is very much saying to me, you are being reoriented, redirected, realigned. The synchronicities are not random. They're invitations, gentle nudges, checkpoints that guide you along the way and confirm something for you or even within you. The energy coming through isn't about controlling outcomes. It's about realizing you're a thread in a much bigger tapestry, and your choices, your intentions, your healing, they ripple, they matter. You matter. Okay, so the question coming up for me here as I look at this card, are your thoughts aligned with your truth? Or are they aligned with your fears? And what actions are your thoughts actually feeding? Okay. And also, are you moving deeper into your knowing or reacting from the surface? Because the doorway out of these mental loops that don't serve you a good purpose, it's already present. You just need to pause long enough to allow yourself to see it. Okay. So that's that one. Let's move on to thy second card. All right, sweet. A higher view. So this card drops in with a very pointed question. Are you running the show, or is your wounded ego still grabbing the steering wheel? Ouch. It's almost like your divine team or higher self is calling you out lovingly but firmly. Okay. And if this card feels like it's confronting something within you, good, because that means that this card, or at least the energy within the card, is very honest. However, please understand that your feelings are valid, but they are not meant to be your decision makers until you actually understand what they're trying to say. Many of us are reacting before reflecting, responding before regulating, choosing from pain instead of choosing from clarity. So pause and ask yourself and take the time to sit with this question that's coming through right now. Are you ending this year from last year's wounds or from this year's growth? I personally hope you choose growth, beloveds, because you deserve movement, you deserve change, you deserve elevation in your life, okay? Like, you do deserve that. Now, we are stepping into Capricorn season, right? And that season is a season about integrity, accountability, and emotional maturity, like I said earlier in the reading. So this card, I want you to see it as an invitation to rise above the chaos, rise above your triggers, and see the truth of the situation instead of the story your fear may be narrating, okay? There is a widening happening here, like a zooming out that is happening or being encouraged to happen. Like the universe is saying, you're not wrong, love, but you're just not seeing the whole damn picture yet. And that is either intentional or like maybe you're really stuck in a tunneled point of view. So zoom out, okay? You are being asked to take this moment to reposition yourself, to pull back, to zoom out, and to look at the whole landscape before you make decisions. Your boundaries, your connections, your patterns, your desires, all of them need a higher vantage point so you're not moving blindly anymore. And the imagery, honestly, it confirms it. I mean, look at this beautiful goddess on the owl. That's giving wisdom riding wisdom. And if you see this green orb down here, it's kind of like heart-shaped, okay? It's kind of like the heart is the compass. Then you have the stoic expression on the goddess's face. And if you look at the owl has the stoic expression. And that's giving neutrality, clarity, discernment, focus. And then when you look at the sky, look at the beautiful colors in the sky. It's like the sky shifting colors. So storms clearing, illumination rising. Sorry. I don't have the best setup, guys. Not yet anyway. So hopefully you can see the images properly. Now, the energy I'm getting from this card is Your heart knows the truth. Your mind is just catching up. You can see the path, but only if you lift yourself above the noise and the distraction, okay? This is the season you stop taking things into emotional face value. This is where you choose awareness over reactivity, discernment over impulsiveness, and alignment over chaos. So, are you ready to see the value through your eyes instead of the lens of that other people may have handed you, or most likely did hand you? Are you ready to evolve? Are you ready to align your life and live life as you truly desire? Now, understand, beloveds, it is going to take work and commitment to yourself. But the moment you choose to shift your perspective, to look at things from a higher point of view, a higher vantage point, everything shifts, or at least begins to. All right, so let's move on to this card now. Ooh, purple, my favorite color. So this is Seeing Beyond, card number 36. I think this card was number 41. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. Okay, so this card also shifts the energy in the room for me. The card comes in as like the activator, the inner eye opening, the veil thinning, the truth rising. The energy is very much, I see you, but not in a threatening way, more like in a holy clarity kind of way. The way it shows up in real life may look like you seeing past masks, past personas, past projections, past illusions. It's seeing the story behind the behavior, the wound behind the reaction, the truth behind the performance. It's like this. It's like you're reading the person, the energy, the situation, the environment, even thyself for what it is, not for what it's seemingly presenting as. And the imagery itself is very, very powerful. I mean, like the shades of purple, that's intuition, that's mystery, that's psychic insight. The subtle flashes of pink throughout, that's reminding us to lead with compassion despite what we do see. The triangle here in the third eye area, that's clarity, that's alignment, that's ancient sight. And if you look closely, there's like this swirl with a star right in the middle of that triangle. That's like divine truth in motion, okay? And if you look at the star right in her pupil here, think of it as like perception that pierces through illusion. And again, she has a very stoic look on her face, giving neutrality, unfazed, deep knowing. This isn't like naivety, okay? This is not rose-colored anything. This is kind of like the moment you take the glasses off and see reality for what it is: layered, complex, raw, honest. You are not working against the universe here during this Capricorn season. You're working with it, so long as you trust your inner sight. And this card comes in to remind you that your imagination isn't here to feed escapism. It's actually here to act as a portal, a tool to help you shape your reality. It's how you connect vision to action. It's how you can collapse timelines between where you are and where you are meant to be and where you're trying to going type of thing, right? So seeing things from a limited perspective can keep you stuck. Seeing things only at face value can keep you small. It can keep you skeptical, and thus it can keep you in a reactive energy. But seeing beyond, trusting that inner knowing, the instinct, the whisper, the pull, that's what truly opens the road for you. This card is very much saying your intuition is the compass, your vision is the destination, and your trust is the key that unlocks the path. So trust that you're not alone, okay, beloved? You're not meant to force your reality into existence. However, you are meant to co-create it. The universe matches your energy when you match your truth. I repeat again, the universe matches your energy when you match your truth. So take this as a moment where clarity lands, where truth becomes undeniable, and where self-trust becomes non-negotiable, and where the future you've imagined becomes the one you're actually walking towards. Okay? Now, having said all that, energetically speaking, I'm just gonna take a sip of water, I apologize. Starting to get a little hoarse here. Energetically speaking, the current running underneath Capricorn season is asking for a massive shift in conscious leadership of the self, right? The message is pretty direct. No more autopilot, no more reacting from the wound, no more living from an outdated blueprint. Rewrite the story, love, and rewrite it from a place of truth, clarity, and leadership. See reality, okay? Without those rose-colored lenses, and instead align with the cosmic one, where your imagination, possibility, and co-creation with the universe can flow. And ask yourself again, am I leading with wisdom or my wound? Okay? Capricorn season is that of clarity, of responsibility, of elevation, and spiritual maturity. So break those old mental loops, notice the synchronicities, lift yourself above the petty dramas to gain clearer view, and open that inner eye to see beyond the masks, yours included. You're being encouraged to dismantle this old programming, rise with clarity, and co-create from a place of fierce embodied vision. Alrighty, so let's check out these two cards. I've pulled these from my personal aligned guidance oracle deck that I am in the process of creating, but we're going to use it anyway because I love my deck. And this is to help us with practical clarity and next step energy. So we'll start with faith. Faith is something that I have no issue having in my clients, my friends, my family. But when it comes to me, oh, does my faith waver? Oh my goodness. Is anybody else like that? If you are, please let me know so I feel less alone. All right. Now, faith it's not passive, okay? It is indeed Faith is indeed energetic leadership. It's choosing to trust your vision, even when the path hasn't fully revealed itself. It's choosing aligned action before the evidence arrives, okay? Energetically, faith is like the frequency that matches or magnetizes the synchronicities. It's the signal to the universe that says, I'm here, I'm committed, I'm aligned, so let's build this together because baby, we've got this. You know what I'm saying? This card is your reminder that breakthroughs often hide behind chaos, tension, and discouragement. That tightening before the release is very real. But so is your inner knowing. You know what I mean? So is your inner knowing. I see this pattern that comes up with my clients a lot, more often than one might think. And I always think of this Chinese finger trap. You know that small tube that you put your fingers in and then you got to pull it out? Anyway, so you put your fingers in and the goal is to remove the fingers from the trap, right? Get it out. Easy, simple, right? Or so you would think. But what do we do instinctively? We pull, we resist. And the harder we do that, the harder we pull, the tighter the grip of that trap gets around our fingers. And then the more frantic we get, and we just get more stuck because we're just pulling, trying with all our might to get our fingers out of this Chinese finger trap, and it ain't working. We wiggle, we strain, we get frustrated, and the trap just keeps tightening and tightening. And then something shifts within us. We pause, whether it's through frustration or intention, we pause. We take a breath, and knowingly or unknowingly, we soften the body instead of fighting it. And that's when the trap actually loosens, not through force, but through surrender, not through panic, but through a level of presence, whether we're like really present in that moment or we're just like, whatever, like I give up and our body just lets go. So yes, the trap itself is uncomfortable. That is the tension. But so often we unintentionally make it worse by reacting instead of listening, okay? Faith works the same way. It's not about forcing the outcome. It's about trusting the moment enough to stop pulling against it. Sometimes The breakthrough isn't on the other side of forced effort. It's on the other side of that beautiful exhale. And a lot of you may be feeling this shift coming through that's making you feel tight, tense, and like things just aren't working out. And you're seeing the signs, whether they're loud or subtle, but that tension is still there. So please don't let old triggers or momentary doubt pull you out of what you already know is yours, okay? Trust your timing, trust your vision, trust that the universe is meeting you exactly where you are, not a minute too early and not a minute too late, okay? Next we have good old rest. Rest is coming through as like a non-negotiable for Capricorn season. This isn't like a take a nap energy. It's more like a cosmic redirection, a recalibration. Those words are coming up a lot. Capricorn energy doesn't rush, like I mentioned earlier, right? It moves with intention, precision, and emotional sobriety. Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, governs discipline, structure, boundaries, long-term integrity. And one of the things that Saturn does not tolerate is running yourself into the ground and calling it devotion. Energetically, rest is strategy. It is power. It is how you reclaim clarity before you take the next step or make any important decisions. So if you take nothing else from this reading, please take this. Rest will get you further than exhaustion ever will. I repeat, rest will get you further than exhaustion ever will. See this as a confirmation to slow the pace, but not your progress. Step back, reassess, breathe, get a higher point of view. Let your inner battery fill it again so the decisions you make come from a place of alignment, not survival, okay? Rest should not be seen as a luxury. It should be seen as an integral part of your journey, no matter what your journey is and where you are in your journey, okay? Now, having said that, overall, beloveds, the cosmic weather is tightening our focus. Capricorn season is calling for maturity, emotional leadership, and aligned structure. The cards, divine matrix, a higher view, and seeing beyond kind of point towards expanded awareness, intuitive clarity, and a deeper trust in your co-creation with the universe. And rest and faith slide in as like the final instructional manual. So together, they're saying, slow down so your intuition can actually speak, and then trust what you hear enough to act on it, even if the path looks impossible, unfamiliar, or unproven. The cosmos are rerouting you. Capricorn season is recalibrating you, and energetically, you're being asked to move with the universe rather than against your own pace, okay? Where Sagittarius season wanted you to expand beautifully, Capricorn season wants you to refine that beauty. Where the divine matrix and a higher view kind of open up the awareness, rest asks you to integrate that awareness. And where seeing beyond invites you to imagine new timelines, faith is asking you to walk towards them. So like, look at the formula like this. Pause, listen, believe, then move. Pause, listen, believe, then move. That is the energy of Capricorn season in motion, okay? So with all that woven together, I was going to pull from another deck I'm working on called Soul Into You. It's my affirmations deck. However, at the top of every single month, I kind of sit there and I just channel a bunch of messages, affirmations. I fold them up on a piece of paper. And then anytime I have my one-on-one sessions with clients, if I don't have them pull cards from a deck that I have specifically for clients, I have them pull from this beautiful bowl where they can pull out the message or the affirmation. So I'm going to pull from the bowl instead to get the final affirmation to anchor in the frequency that you're meant to carry with you into Capricorn season. Okay, so this is just going to be the message that you embody, claim, and align with. Drum roll, please. And we'll go here. So we have embers of faith. The fire within you burns, shifting the worthy from the fleeting. Not all who smile are kin to your flame. Faith is your cloak, draped not in hope, but in knowing. The unseen hands of the universe guide you and walk you forward, sovereign and luminous. I absolutely love that for you guys. Absolutely love it. I hope you love it too. Let me just pull that out of the way. Alrighty, so I'm going to close this out now. Take a nice, slow, grounding breath in. And exhale when your body asks you to. May this Capricorn season ground you, sharpen you, and elevate you. Whatever resonated today, trust it. Whatever rose from your bones, honor it. And whatever felt heavy or confronting, let it soften, beloveds. Let the season be your reset, your callback to alignment, your reminder that you're not meant to drag the old story into a new season, okay? Stand taller in your truth, move with intention, lead yourself with clarity and conviction. I just want to thank you all for joining me for my very first reading on my channel. It is exciting and also terrifying, but I do hope that this reading resonates with you. I look forward to providing more content for you. I am already starting to prepare for Aquarius season's energy forecast, so please look forward to that. And to all of my fellow Capricorns, my kin in sun sign, happy birthday, beloveds. May our season bring us all, Cappies or not, alignment, expansion, and the blessings we've worked so damn hard for. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.